Hello and welcome. September is here, and with it a brand new Arch ISO. My mission today is to build a complete Arch Plasma 5 workstation using a very good modern Calamares installer. Let's get started. Many Linux YouTube channels, including yours truly, have posted videos about installing Arch via the Arch ISO shell. It's pretty much always the same, and once you've done it for the 100th time, you start getting bored and want to do something else. For this video, we'll be using the excellent DemonKiller ALG Calamares installer instead, along with BTRFS root, no-swap ZRAM, Timeshift, and the Plasma 5 desktop environment, which continues to be very popular. We'll finish up with some theming. So let's boot up a VM. So here we go. We've got the Arch Linux install medium option selected, so let's boot from that. Here we go. So there's the Arch ISO September edition coming up. And it's going to load the Plasma environment. It's coming up. Okay. Yep, we've got a Ethernet cable attached. So let's go to System Settings. And let's do this dark theme. Yes, updates are available already. Okay, we click Apply. Next, let's configure the display resolution and select 1920 by 1080 and click Apply. There we go. That looks a lot better. So let's click Start, System, Install Arch Linux. That will load Calamares. Let's click on About. So this is version 3.2.39.3, which is relatively recent. It's very good. Helps with BTRFS, as we will see later. Our region is America. The time zone is Los Angeles or Pacific. English US keyboard, a default layout. Looks good. Let's click Next. We'll do a manual partitioning, swap free today, because we'll be using ZRAM. Let's click Next. New partition table. We'll stick with the GUI partition table, or GPT. And we'll click Free Space. Let's create the EFI boot partition first. Make that 600 megs. FAT32 as the file system type. And /boot/EFI for the mount point. And boot for the flag. Click OK. It's done. And for the rest of the disk, we will do BTRFS for the root file system. Mount point is root or /. Flag is root. Click OK. And there we go. Very simple partition layout. My name is Steven. I use Steven as the login. Aplasm as the name of the computer. Give myself a password once and twice. We'll use the same password for the administrator account. Click Next. And there we go, creating a new GPT partition table, 600 megabytes for the EFI boot partition, and the rest of the 32 gig disk for the BTRFS root file system. And it will create a whole bunch of subvolumes. Click Install. And this is a fairly quick installation, at least quicker than I'm used to. These have come a long way, especially with the modern Calamares installers. Okay, it's creating the init RAM file system with make init copy IO. And we're almost done here. Perform some housekeeping and cleanup. And it's removing excess 112 packages as configured by Calamares. It's installing the bootloader. And it's ready to restart. All installed for a basic Plasma 5 VM. So let it reboot. There we go. Arch Linux is our first default boot option, so let's do that. All right, and there's our SDDM X11 session it offers. So let us log in. Okay. First login for KDE Plasma 5 always takes a little bit extra time. All right, our wired connection is working. So we've got internet access. Let's go to settings again, click dark theme and apply. And let's set up the correct screen resolution by changing it to 1920 by 1080. And click apply. That looks fantastic. All right. So let's launch a console terminal. Let's make the font size a bit bigger for you guys. And first, let's sudo pacman-syu and make sure we're up to date. Looks like it already has an update for Dolphin. So let's hit enter and install. Normally, you won't have to reboot, but we'll just do it anyway. It's good practice after a first update. And there we go. SDDM, my password. There we go. We've got the session. Nice Plasma 5 desktop. Let's get rid of this message in the pop-up. Click apply and OK. Good, so it won't bug us anymore. Now we'll launch console terminal again. Make the font size a bit bigger. And let's take a look at our memory usage. So right now we have 530 megabytes used, which is moderate weight desktop environment, KDE is. Running on a KVM. The kernel is 5.13.13, which is the latest as of the publishing of this video. 5.22.5 is the Plasma version, and NeoFetch reports 596 megabytes used out of roughly 4 gigs total assigned. So let's take a look at the file system table, cat etc fs tab. So there's our boot EFI vfat EFI partition. We've got 4 subvolumes for BTRFS: root, home, var cache, and also var log. Perfect. Calamares has come a long way with BTRFS. No longer have to do this manually to set it up. This is the way I like it. So let's install some packages. Sudo pacman-s base-devel and git so we can build more stuff. Yes, I'd like to install everything from base-devel just to make sure we've got a full development package set. Yes. So I like the parallel downloads of the new Pacman. Very handy in maximizing your bandwidth. All right. Cool. Installing new packages, reinstalling others, that's fine. Let's clear the terminal and let's git clone https://aur.archlinux.org/yay. So we'll need yay. So let's cd into it. And there's our package build file. So let's make package -si package build. I hit enter. And let's proceed with the installation. So it needs Go as a dependency. So let that download. My internet's a little bit slow today for some reason. Oh, there, it's speeding up. Okay. Installed Go. Now it's downloading the Yay source code files. All right. Entering the build fake root environment. Let's proceed with the installation. And it's done already. Okay, let's remove the Yay build directory from my home directory. Clear the terminal, and let's run Yay. Okay, it seems to be working. There's a missing AUR package from the ALG. So that's a remnant we can get rid of by typing yay -r ALG min kala config. Yes, we want to remove it. Okay, so let's run Yay again. Ah, good. So we're all up to date, and the AUR is up to date. Everything's good. So let's install some packages with yay -s ZRAMD. No diffs to show. I trust the ZRAM developer. Let ZRAMD build. All right, and it's done. Let's clear the terminal, and let's sudo systemctl enable --now zramd.service. Okay, that's done. So it created the link and launched daemon. Let's do a free-h. Now we have swap in RAM via ZRAM. We're not using any, but yeah. So the dev ZRAM0 is partitioned within RAM of size, total RAM size, which is 4 gigs. Cool. Let's clear the terminal and do yay -S brave-bin for our web browser, LibreOffice, Timeshift-Autosnap, which pulls in Timeshift itself, and also Plasma-Wayland-Session to give ourselves a Wayland option. Okay, enter. We'll stick with option 1, LibreOffice Fresh, and proceed with the installation. There we go. It's downloading at a good clip this time. That's good. All right. Let's install the Timeshift source version. Timeshift-bin doesn't really work too well lately. Let's go ahead with that and build the package. Timeshift is being built. BTRFS goes well with Timeshift. Had great results whenever I needed to roll back a system when an update or configuration went sideways. Can undo it, make it so like it never happened. All right, it's done. Let's clear the terminal. And so we've got Brave, and we've got also all the LibreOffice packages. All right, very good. So next, let's sudo pacman-s linux-lts. So we have the LTS kernel available should we need to. It's always good to have the LTS kernel as an option for booting, just in case. Okay, it's done. So we need to check our grub configuration here to make sure we've got this option enabled. So sudo nano/etc/default/grub. And I'd like to add the line here, all caps, grub underscore save default equal false. And also I want to put in here grub underscore disable underscore submenu equals y. So we don't want the submenus in there, that confuses things. That looks good. So let's write out this file. Now we have to, since we modified the grub configuration, we do sudo grub-mk-config-o/boot/grub/grub.cfg and hit enter. And it's done. So let's test it out. Let's do sudo reboot. That's a harmless fail there for network configuration. We know it works. Ah, good. So the new default is Linux LTS kernel. Let's boot it up. So now we've got that option working. All right. Let me log in here. Okay. Let's launch the console terminal. Make the font size a bit bigger. Let's check the kernel version, 5.10.61-1 from Friday, August 27th. Good, just as we expected. That's working fine. We'll stick with the LTS kernel for now. Good, so what's next is, since we have a good base configuration, let's launch Timeshift. Enter the root password. So the snapshot type will be BTRFS, auto-detected. Snapshot location is VDA2, which is our main root partition. Snapshot levels, the defaults look good, and we'll stop the cron emails. Let's click next. We won't include the home subvolume. We'll enable the BTRFS queue groups as recommended. I click next, and it's finished. So first step is to create the first snapshot, and there we go. So we can always roll back to it if the next steps go sideways for any reason, or you want to experiment. You can always go back using this powerful Timeshift tool. Okay, that's done. Let's launch Brave. Let's set Brave as the default browser. Click OK. All right, let's, for today, skip the welcome tour. And let's see, I'm going to go to hamburger menu, settings. I like the Brave colors to be dark. All right, that's quite a bit different. Good. I like it. All right, let's go to https://sourceforge.net/projects/arch-linux-GUI and hit enter. I'll return, and there it is. There's DemonKiller's SourceForge page where I got this ISO. I strongly encourage you to try it out yourselves and send DemonKiller some of your love. Yeah, so beginning of every month, he releases new ALG ISOs for various desktop environments and also Window Manager. Under Files, you'll see the various options you have. We're using the Plasma Pure option because we want to use that as a base instead of the themed version that he also offers. He's also got experimental editions here using the Zen kernel, which is fun to test. It's also got a beta ISO of LXQT Pure. So if you're in favor of a very light environment, LXQT might just be your ticket. Okay, let's close Brave. Let's go back to System Settings. Let's click on Show More Appearance Settings. Let's get a new theme. Let's click Get New Global Themes. Let it initialize. So I'm looking for the Arc theme here. Let's see if I can search for it. Let me just type Arc, KDE. Looking for it. No, that's not. Let's see that. Let's try Arc. Let's look around here. It's got to be here somewhere. It's a very popular theme. Lots of downloads. There it is, Arc KDE. Good rating, 8.3 out of 10. Let's install it. I like it. So it's currently working on the item Arc KDE by Alexei. Please wait, ellipsis. So this will take some time to download and install. All right, it's installed. So let's close this window and select Arc Dark and hit apply. All right, so it's redrawing the screen. Sometimes my QEMU KVM gets a little glitchy with the graphics. That happens with KDE in particular. Let's close that window. Let's relaunch settings. Let's change that wallpaper to something a little more subdued. Let's try Darkest Hour, just before dawn, I guess. Click OK. All right, that's nice and dark. Let's click Show More Appearance Settings. I like to get the Arc icons, so click Get New Icons. Let it load more. And we want the Arc icon full set, so I think it's Arc-icons, in all caps. And there they are, the complete icon and folder set. So we'll click Install. Let it do its thing. All right. Use it. Use the new set of icons. Close. All right. Close. This looks a whole lot better. Just to make sure, let's reload the session. Let's leave. Log out. Yep, we'll log out. All right. So let me put in my password here. And let's select the Wayland session. Let's make sure the Wayland works. It's still very much a work in progress, and with KVM, it's kind of dicey. But Wayland's loading just fine today. I guess I got lucky. Let's click on the system settings. And let's go to the system information. And there we go. We're running Arch Linux. The software is KDE Plasma version 5.22.5. Frameworks is 5.85.0. Qt version is 5.15.2. The kernel version, of course, is the LTS 5.10.61. And we have a Wayland session. DemonKiller's ALG ISOs are a perfect tool for taking care of a basic Arch Linux installation, so we can simply get on with the business of customization and be productive. I, for one, am very grateful for these ISOs and send DemonKiller my thanks. If you found this video useful or enjoyable, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps this growing channel a lot. Until next time, take care.